and how aggressive and action-packed. Amazed and excited because we're getting into train, and if anything's going to be action-packed, you imagine this map should deliver as the third and final of this series.
We're going to find out right now. It's going to be pretty quick, I think. There's just one Molotov on Saw. Let's see where he's going to end up using it. Hasn't really done so yet. They're down to the ramp fighting long range against the USPs. That is a bad idea. Could absolutely backfire. It's a deep Molotov to try and push maybe up from behind one of those train carriages. Hoodie with 2 big kills as they come into the bomb site, but he's being traded all across. Roy nearly getting caught. That could have been the end of him already, and they'll triple man him at the end. That's effective.
Oh, that's a big kill to open up the flank. The possibility of the flank, and it needs to hit right now. There's Acor, and he knows where the last player is. 1-on-1. No kit for Acor, so he's going to have to take this fight, letting him come closer, and there's the battle. Acor, he needs to commit, and Hoodie's got it. That is a nice round from Hoodie. 4 kills in total, including a final important one to win out the clutch.
Really, really well done. And again, I was so worried that they were slowing down to take that fight. I know there's 3 of them on that ramp, but still, that could really backfire heavily. And
no, but it goes back to a Mirage. Remember, again, Mad Lions had that stack on the CT side and pistol round. They had 3 players at the A bomb site, which is where the attack went into. And it took an ace from Shush to win that. Again, 3 players at the center bomb site should be able to have a bit more stopping power with that kind of a setup.
So HAVU been winning, what, almost all of the pistol rounds?
They won both on Nuke. Ooh, good shot from Bubsky. Both those shotguns getting into play early on, and that might slow things down as well. But oh, the wide angle, just a Mac 10 at the upper ramp is going to slow it down. So HAVU won both pistol rounds on Nuke. Mad Lions won both pistol rounds on Mirage.
All right, and one of those times HAVU at least were not able to complete it. Ended up losing the following round. Not looking like that's going to happen here. In spite of the Mac 7, the bomb is going to be going down, and yeah, they're just going to save what they have. Why not? He's just sitting here.
Listen, we've had a lot of conversations around rats these days. Seems to be a popular subject.
That is a rat
That
play.
is the most rat play we've seen in some time. Outside of you using P90 because of a ping advantage.
Yeah,
that's pretty ratty.
I'll grant it. Not even gonna argue.
You would be in group Snakes and Ratters.
Snakes and Ratters. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be fun.
Coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, saving it for last. Should be exciting. Now, that didn't really work out. We still got a kill with the Mac 7 in the end. Just wasn't the rat move that did it. I don't think HAVU cared that much.
No.
Scout is still in play, Mac 10 in play, a little bit of an HE grenade there on Bubsky as well. We'll see if they can do some damage this round. Or maybe even turn it. Fire at his feet, he's still going to push forward, and he lands a lot of damage, in fact, on Slowy.
Yeah, that's definitely worth. Nice damage done, maybe an easy cleanup for the Deagles. Gonna be tough though. Acor is the only one playing the inner bomb site with that scout, playing very far back. And look at how cautious HAVU is being. I think that some of the dangers of the previous round, Bubsky with the shotgun kind of caught him off guard. So they're being pretty cautious, knowing that there's some weaponry still in the field of play for the Mad Lions.
Sword does not want to get caught off guard in that position. He was already one of the previous rounds, I think, jumped on. So they've slowed it way down. A minute on the clock, and then just waiting to see if anything is going to start to come their way. Acor far back with that scout, and ooh, the timing. Bubsky trying to see if he can beat them. He does get grenaded, and a follow-up as well puts him down to 3. They were not happy about any of that.
Jesus, he's even got a teammate down there. He's going to go back for it, because why not? Oh, and they just turned. There was a real opportunity for that play to work perfectly. They're going to transition to the inner bomb, so I think that's the hit that's coming. And what does HAVU do from here? They're going to at least dedicate Slowy. He's got 29 HP. Good position for the shotgun to be in. Ready and waiting, but he pushes forward. Enough attention inside. It took the patience out of Bucks' mind, and he goes down.
Now, this is really weird, because they've managed to trick them into pushing towards the B bomb site, so they should get a bomb plant here, but it's still a 2-on-3, and that in itself is a bit scary. Shush goes down, and Acor trying to shoot under the carriage, but not able to connect. 2-on-2 now, and it's back to favoring HAVU for sure.
If they don't get a kill soon, though, I think Asilian just wants to keep the Krieg in hand. Can be such a benefit on the CT side. So you have him boosted up in a good position. He sees absolutely nothing. Maybe you want to commit the scout to try and flush some players away, but overall, the Krieg is the priority for Mad Lions on defense. Even the scout, if they want to save it and use it in the next round, it's all on Acor. So can find some effectiveness with that and build up a good amount of money. Or just find another creek.
Or find it. That's even better. Now it's absolutely a great round here for Mad Lions. Despite the fact that they couldn't win the 4 versus 3 or whatever it was, they still are able to do a good job here in terms of the damage done to HAVU, who still are up 3-0. So double up now being picked up for the Danish side. We'll see how that plays out. I imagine that's going to be a huge strength for them here. That'll be with Acor on the one side, and definitely that's going to be hard.
Boys, let's go!
And also, obviously, an expensive investment. Bubsky with the other one. Just the one here on sorry.
Ooh, he wants to take this initial fight. Oh, he's got the one he wanted, but that's a very shallow peek from Acor. Good up on Abdul, and Roy gonna move up, and even with a bit of a pre-fire mistimed, he should be able to win this fight. Doesn't want to overcommit. Happy with the damage he's done. Happy he's forced the aggression back in the choke point.
Yeah, don't really have a grenade to follow it up just yet anyway. Jodo moving quite far in, manages to avoid the scope of Acor, and maybe he could turn this around. He's managed to sneak in from behind. This is actually a pretty big gap in the defense. There's that final grenade coming through. It took a while, and now they've lost everyone else, so now the flank really doesn't matter, even though it looked like the timing would have been great for it. Oh, and they spot him. They definitely know. He continues the fight, and that's so much damage. Dodo wanted that last kill. That would have been amazing if he could have got it.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be frustrated. That's either lack of communication or just his teammates ignoring his communication, telling him to freeze. He could have had a huge impact on that round if his teammates don't fall. That is a very experienced peek into that position, into that boost up on the pallets.
Nearly losing one of the orbs, it looked like, but managed to keep both of them alive. That seems to be, you know, the real priority when you pick up those double orbs, right? Make sure they live.
Especially so early in the half. That's a lot of money to invest right off the bat. You want to keep them as much as possible. Here's the CT side. Krieg, and a missed first shot, punished by the Deagle, and they're going to press the issue. It's only Bubsky here. He's got the first kill, but he peeks right back into another AWP. That's in Dodo's hands, so now the flank has got to be effective.
Yeah, it really has to work out here. We'll see. Deep grenades raining into the bomb site, but ooh, Hoodie goes down. That was Acor, so bomb will still be planted, but now again, just a couple of seconds away is Roy, so if they can make enough noise here, there should be no way. I think that was a leg shot. I can't believe he lived through that. That seems unfair. Still a 2-on-2, and Asilian is very low on health, and Acor, he gets the immediate flick to shut down Slowy. He is lightning fast, and Saw is so far away. Asilian, though, is the one with the kit, and again, he's one bullet away from death. There is a world in which this works out, but he has to jump, and yeah, he took the long route, and there's no way for him to know, but that was just a couple of seconds too long. Mad Lions will win the round, barely.
Yeah, just barely. I actually thought that the 2 pistols pushed up towards CT connector were going to be the winning recipe. That was a pretty nasty crossfire to have set up in that position. A nice shot from Acor to take the first player out on the ramp, and that forced Saw into a really uncomfortable clutch.
And fair play, Acor was actually covering the ramp.
Yeah.
So if you had taken the quick route down, might not have worked out anyway. 2-3 though, and that puts some pretty big dent in HAVU's economy. So with that one Krieg at the moment.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's interesting. Doubled up in ladder room, though, means Roy is going to prevent the salvage of that M4. Prevent the theft of it, I should say. And Asilian, a couple different choke points to manage with this Krieg. He's got to be careful of the Lurkin Ivy behind him, and he times it just about perfectly, wins the fight. So this will all slip away. Mad Lions are going to tie things up 3-3. This is the final map in this opening series, not only of the in-game feeders group, but also Flashpoint as a whole.
Yeah, why not get off to a good start? Obviously,
Flashpoint 1.
Flashpoint 1. It's a best of 3 double elimination, so you're going to get your chance to prove your worth. Yeah. But it's always better if you can, you know, just feel a bit more easy, feel like, all right, this is kind of working. I think especially if you're Mad Lions, right? You're way top of the group, you know, as a whole, top of the field, at least coming into it.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot can happen over the next couple of weeks, so we don't quite know yet. But this is a good start, CT side. Now, this is going to be such a different game for the Danes all of a sudden, when they can pick up grenades, HEs, and Molotovs. They can start to slow down some of the faster plays that might come out from HAVU. So now that they've got some economy behind them, it should make it a bit easier. We've seen some truly crushing CT sides on Train.
Oh, look at this aggression towards lower ramp and upper ramp, and surely he's going to put that Molotov out and peek with contact. He hits from the off. But that third player, it's Shush. He's got a double, steps up to the plate for a third, and one more. And suffocating aggression from ladder room as well. What a pincer move from the Mad Lions defense.
Dodo, I can't believe he still lives. Sicilian will finally take him down, and he's ready for Hoodie as well. He would have been. A-Core will be the one to save it, so they lose maybe a couple of more players than you were expecting there. But that is, what, a 3-tiered defense, or sort of a 3-layered defense coming in over there?
Well,
how do you deal with that?
This play from Shush is everything, because actually the setup fails. That off shot needs to get that first kill to buy time for the second player to spin and fight, so Shush is kind of the insurance policy, and boy, did they need it.
Yeah, they paid their premiums.
Copay.
All of those things.
All the things that you don't have to think about.
I'll be honest, I don't really understand insurance, so... seems like a scam.
Nobody does.
Seems like a scam, doesn't it? You think about it. Anyway,
moving on from insurance.
Yeah, let's not. We'll have that conversation another time. This was a round that looked from the setup like it was going to be way more winnable and easier to win, but they actually had to pay a fair few casualties to make it through, and that makes a difference again. Not unlike on Nuke, where we started talking about HAVU's ability to do economic damage even in rounds that they were losing. That has to keep up, I think. Here, got to keep the pressure on. They actually have a lot more money, Mad Lions, than I was expecting. Almost 7,000 on A-Core. It's pretty great.
It's not bad at all. Bridge. A-Core. Ooh.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. Shoot
Whatever,
out,
man.
Blow out his kneecaps.
It's pretty rough, isn't it?
That's cruel.
Shooting people in kneecaps, like in Die Hard.
Yeah, but that was a legit scene.
That is a legit scene.
Is that the scene where he lost like all of his hearing? Ooh, he's going to do it again.
Still trying for it, but wait, that was from... That was thrown in from the A-Yard.
They've got it all prepped and ready.
That's so cool.
Smoke to block off the Opera. They surely had to have known someone was at upper ramp being aggressive, at least for information. 2 players towards Ivy for HAVU. They're starting to push up. That's Slowy and Zori. They have no nades. They can't cause a distraction. They must have a kill. Asilian has no idea Slowy's this close. That could be his undoing. Here's the double peek. They still aren't sure yet. They're going to spot out. Surely the hit at some point. The swing just isn't there. Both players are going to be forced back and pushed away. Meanwhile, the players at inside transition down the ladder into the bomb site. Roy is blind. Bomb site overtaken by Hoodie. Runs out of ammunition, but Saw's there for the save. This gets so sketchy, and I don't know how this has worked.
I have no idea either. It looked like they were about to be absolutely shut down. The aggressive push down Ivy, that should have been the end of the round. And now somehow it's a 2-on-2 with 2 M4s being picked up, and that AWP on A-Core could be a bit of a liability all of a sudden. Shush, wide peek to take the fight, but Dodo will take him down, Mad Lions. They might have just made a huge and possibly fatal mistake in this best of 3. A-Core, he's got the Deagle in play, but I can't believe they found a way through this round. I think, yeah, just might as well try and back on out.
Yeah, but he already dropped his AWP. He has to stick around to at least get that, and they're going to challenge for the AWP as well. And he should be able to get away relatively safely after that jump. What a round from HAVU. I don't even think they realize how well that worked.
No, and again, if the entire pincer movement, works, that's one thing, but, one arm of that attack got cut clean off.
Well, we have to see it from Roy's POV, who is the last man standing inside this bomb city. He was flashed at that point in time. You could see a nade coming in as well, but he was the one rotating over, and from there, I think it's just too much of a scramble for Mad Lions to kind of recover their position. You see someone way overextended trying to hunt down back where Roy had just gotten killed. He's picked off from middle. So a bit disorganized after the initial contact from Mad Lions.
That is hard to believe, isn't it? 4-on-4, back with the double upset of his Mad Lions, but they are going to be they're going to be a bit upset, I think, about that last round.
Oh, especially because they're no longer rich. They have very little money. 3 players beneath $100. Oh, big opening kill for Slowy. Ow.
Wall banged through, which is unfortunate because they just had a sizable health advantage. They may still have the advantage overall, even with Slowy and Hoodie taking a bit of damage here. Now some deep Molotovs to try and see if they can flush anyone out on the bomb site.
There's no defense here.
There is no defense.
There's not a single defense being mounted.
Well, they're going to try and see if they could boost over, but not finding anyone yet. There's the jump up. That's a nice kill on Dodo. Is it enough to make the difference, though? They're all more or less trying to retake from down here at Ivy and see connect to Shush. If he goes down here, I mean, the rest of the retake's not really going to be working. It looked like he had the right idea, and again, that's another player dropping even lower on health.
They have to save.
Yeah.
They have a double up. They can't go for this. You can't even. Oh, and it's already now. It's a scramble. Now, I mean, even Asilian is kind of committed to that bomb site. It's only Bubsky who can even try and get away, and he's being hunted by Slowy. Low HP, but it won't matter against the off. There's not even a shot taken. Quick execution from Slowy, and that's HAVU taking the lead, 5-4 on the T side of Train, which. If you're Mad Lions, you felt good getting a 9-6 lead on your own T side of Mirage. This is going to feel like hell.
Yeah, absolutely. And but that, you know, it's even hard to really complain if you're them, right? Because you've had the double up like 3 rounds and it just wasn't enough, right? They bought it, they saved it into the next round. Now they've rebought it again, and
that's all your money gone.
That's all your money gone, and also, you know, you didn't get anything that you really wanted out of it. That's shocking. A lot of USPs on the B ramp, and they've all been slowed down by that one Molotov while they're taking the A bomb side. So
perfect play from HAVU in this round.
Absolutely perfect. So then up to, I would say 5 rounds, you're already pretty good on that C side of Train. 6 rounds, and you know you've done it.
The interesting thing is going to be able to see what kind of a buy Mad Lions will have in the next chance they get, which will be the next round. Acor will certainly have an AWP. I don't think they'll want to go to a double op setup, and some of these buys are going to be right on the edge.
Yeah, they really will be. This is the rough part, I guess, of playing a best of 3. It may be even more true when you're playing a best of 3 with having recently replaced your in-game leader. Your map pool is going to might be one of the things that takes the hardest hit, right?
Yeah, well, especially a tactical map like Train. And also, I mean, we saw him lose on another tactical map earlier of Nuke.
Yeah, that's kind of those. If you look at it from that point of view, maybe Train and Nuke are the 2 maps you really don't want in the pool.
Yeah.
But here we are.
And can't change it now.
No, can't change it now. And HAVU are, you know, once again showing they're fine with getting beat up a couple of rounds. They're fine with losing, you know, maybe in some slightly upsetting scenarios, as long as they can you know, keep in there. Then they seem to be doing a fine job. I appreciate that. Some resilience on the Finnish side.
Best Finnish team?
And well, that's...
It hurts to say.
It hurts to say, doesn't it?
Even as a joke. Although, it might not be a joke.
No? You want to...
It could be true.
Just double down on that?
No.
All right.
Not at all.
But yeah, we'll see. Maybe we can get there one day.
4 M4s and the AWP on Acor.
Dodo making a clean jump out. I like the idea, but he got absolutely caught.
He had a chance to call it off. He got blind very early. He could have just said, nah, I don't want to do it. But fair play. Acor with the AWP, and he's got to cover the upper ramp. Utility starting being used. He gets the angle. It's a little bit late. He gets blinded, but it's just in time for him to take the shot, and everything HAVU's wanted to do in this round have been shut down immediately. Mad Lions does a great job at the point of attack, and now they're going to open up the flank. Bubsky's starting to get very aggressive.
Yeah, unbelievably aggressive. Didn't work out for him in any way whatsoever. And again, if you're Mad Lions, all you want is to get out of this round with the rest of these people alive.
Well, yeah, and if you're HAVU, all you want to do is get 1 or 2 more kills. That's a victory for you. Remember, the money is just not great. And if you can constantly have Mad Lions at a point of low economy, of missing nades, and then eventually reset one more, like one more reset in this half would be an absolute calamity for Mad Lions. So Hoodie has a real chance to cause some heartbreak.
He's got the right angle. They're not checking for it, walking right in. He almost lost his life then and there. 30 seconds on the clock. Molotov goes up and down at Pop Dog. Sorry needs to make a move with that AWP and try and find that extra kill that they might just need. Hoodie running into the bomb site, actually making a lot of noise and goes for the bomb plant. They should be close enough by, but oh, no one there to stop him and the bomb does not go down. Sorry, he was covering him. It's a nice attempt, and look at all the damage.
It's not even Zori's fault. Zori was covering towards Ivy.
Yeah.
They figured a player was going to come down that lane, right? So Roy just coming straight from CT choke point. He was boosted up. Was never expected, and just not enough manpower to really protect that, but they got the 3 kills in that round. They got the 2 right at the end to be able to could keep limiting the economy of Mad Lions. So even without the plant, even with him going down in that fashion, that's a nice small victory for HAVU to leave the round with. Actually, it might not even be a small victory. That's a huge victory.
Yes, I mean, they've proven already that they're able to build upon these rounds. And definitely a hard team to deal with at the moment. 6-5. And they're able to buy 3 Kriegs, an AK, and an AWP. So the fact that they did all the damage in the previous round, we'll see if it works out here. The MP9 already down, and now Bobsky trying to follow it up, but it's slow to take down 2. So yeah, now those two, 2 kills in the previous round, or 3 kills, sorry, it's going to be huge if they can complete this.
Slowly was ready for that mid-take the whole time. Once he saw the Molotov comes in, he knows the Flashpoint was coming next. How is he still alive? Pre-firing is not going to save him there, but I don't know if Vasily can get out of this. There's the op. Zori picks him off. Akor's got to stand tall at this bomb site. There's still over a minute for HAVU to work with. They do not need to commit here, but they're using a lot of utility for the moment.
And Akor trying to spot anyone out. He just wants a bit of confirmation to see if they're actually still here. He's got some backup behind him in Shush. And you're right, HAVU need to spend that time that's left wisely. Haven't seen anyone yet. A bit of a shot through as the smoke was fading. That's not bad at all. And now seeing if they could shoulder peek it out while he's been walked up behind. Yeah, they were keeping his attention. Great communication and teamwork coming out from HAVU right now. And that ult will finish it. And yeah, what a great round. I love the fact they were actually baiting Akor, I think, into looking that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, certainly they knew once that shot came in, once the bullets were fired, the intelligence to not re-peek that against the AWP. This is beautiful. Look at that. He sees the Molotov, knows what comes next. It's a set piece that we've seen 1,000 times. The flashbang in and Slowy's looking in the opposite direction. From there, I just love the fact that HAVU, with those 2 kills, they gain a foothold of that outer train yard. And even though it's a pretty even fight, with over a minute, they just say, we can wait. We can put all the pressure on the CT side. If we just don't rush in at the moment, they're going to have to start questioning. They're going to have to be in positions that they can't defend, where they just looking for information, and that's how we gain the advantage. Really nice patient play from HAVU on the T side.
And look at what it does to Mad Lions. Back to this all-USP 5-man push. Again, they had the chance in one of these rounds. They could have come out with way more rifles. They maybe could have purchased something in this one, but HAVU, I mean, this is a great T-side right now. They're playing a very, very strong train at the moment.
Yeah, this T-side might have just won them the whole series.
Yeah.
This is such a phenomenal performance from them. So planning on the side of the bomb train, going to be up to 8 rounds for HAVU, and Slowy should be able to stat pad a little bit here.
It is like the dream scenario. It's sort of the way that you wish you could work out, where even in the round that you're losing, you just do enough damage so that you set yourself up, for the winning round, and then their economy is destroyed.
Yes, I mean that second reset, I said it was going to be a calamity. This is brutal. We'll see what Mad Lions can scrape together in the next round. At the moment, a Krieg being saved is a very, very nice silver lining. So 8 rounds for HAVU, and they don't want to risk any more weaponry, even if it's just against the USPs. Not worth.
No, don't give them anything else. Again, if you try to go for it, maybe you end up losing one of those rifles, and yeah, you give them even more to do. So Cillian got no kills at the end, and the Krieg though will make it into the next round. So we'll see. A chance, maybe, for Mad Lions to start to pick up some more rounds. I mean, they need it desperately right now. This has been a very, very tough first half for them. I don't think they were expecting it either. 8-5 at the moment. So if they can get up to 7 rounds here, Mad Lions, I still think HAVU are going to be high-fiving going out of this half. Nice grenade, my god. That landed on 3 people.
That's perfect. Softens him up just the way you'd like it. 2 ops on the T side though, so expect this to be another slow and calculated round as they give time for the ops to find picks, to find any aggression. That might be why they're willing to transition into double op on the T side, as you're saying. At a certain point, Mad Lions is gonna have to try and be aggressive to find some kind of advantage, and that's where we have the ops waiting. Slowy's got one towards Ivy. Zori has one towards that inner bomb site.
That is a brand new and innovative. Ooh, hold of thought. Slowy takes down Akor. Straight headshot.
Yeah.
Why not? I was gonna say it was the HE tenderizer,
Yeah. Didn't want to use the hammer like the rest of the cooks in the world.
Yeah, it's all about reinventing that stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get some Danish pork in there.
Get that Michelin star.
So, Looking to throw in a deep grenade here. Actually, maybe it would have been even better if the grenade was down first, but it doesn't even matter. Hoodie wins that fight. He clotheslines Shush, and now it's 4 versus 2, and HAVU looking for a 9th round. The Finns are playing great Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that and it just Mad Lions just feel like they don't even know what's happening on this map, especially when they lose a player. They do not have a lot of contingencies to recover these rounds. 9-5 for HAVU, and they're starting to run away with this map, with this series. First 2 maps were very close. First 2 maps, remember, were comebacks from HAVU. They were down 11-4 on Nuke going into the second half. They were down 9-6 on Mirage going into the second half. They're going to have a huge, huge lead here.
And that's, again, just to underscore that even further, that's on the T side of train, which, again, it can be very, very tricky to get a lot around on the T side train. 8 is great. About to be 9, so yeah, they're doing a fantastic job. Did we both pick Mad Lions to win this? I mean, I know I did, but...
I picked HAVU.
You picked HAVU. Are you just lying?
Yeah.
No. First lesson of lying, Jason.
Commit to it.
Shaggy made a whole song about this.
Well, when you called it
You must have been paying
lying,
attention.
I feel like lying is a very harsh way to put it.
Okay. What is... I think you're about to step into the world of lying about lying, which is...
There's no way to come back from that, is there?
No, listen. Just... There's one thing I've learned about being married. It's not worth it. Might as well not. Well, here we go. 15th round. Roy going for a bit of a spray. The follow-up is great. Slowy. Bit of a 1-2 punch coming out. And Sori will take down Acor. Out sniping him this time. 3 versus 4. Man, this is brilliant to watch from HAVU.
Yeah, they have such good protocols for covering each other. That's a rare double kill out of a Mad Lions defender with the flank. The flank is going to open up for Bubsky. That's a shotgun. He might want to go for... Oh, he's going to jump around the corner. There's the final kill. So a little bit of life in Mad Lions right at the end to get that final round, but what a brutal half for them. 9-6 lead for HAVU. T-side of train. Not an easy feat to accomplish, and they've got, I mean, they're the driving force at the end of this series. Heading to a break. We'll see who closes out this series when we return.
Gentlemen, second half here of Train, the final map in the best of 3 between HAVU and Mad Lions here at Flashpoint. And the Finns, it took a while before they came sort of fully alive in this best of 3. They were off to a couple of slow first halves here. Nothing like that on Train. This is really brilliant. I think they've done everything they need to win this entire series.
It just feels like, I mean, listen, I'm not going to pretend like I know a whole lot about these HAVU players, but you would certainly think that Mad Lions have the advantage in skill, but the game plan and the protocols and the teamwork coming out from HAVU is just negating all of that from Mad Lions.
Yeah.
Like, they are just playing so well together. Dodo going to spot a lot of intel. Everyone's stuck behind the smokes, and they're fine with that at the moment. They just need these USPs to start connecting at range, and Saw's going to take it close up. Loses that fight, and it's all going towards Mad Lions until Slowy gets involved in the action.
That was some powerful headshots coming through. Hoodie takes down Roy. The bomb is planted, sure, but suddenly it's swung back in the favor of HAVU, and they do have the kit on Slowy, even though he's low on health, which is actually a bit of an issue here. Busky and Shush, and actually that's Shush picking up a grid kill there, and now can they do it? Smoking off, but again, the problem is the guy defusing the bomb is going to have just no health at all to work with. Slowly going down, and leaves Sorry in an almost unwinnable position here. Trying to do it, but the dance continues, and he's got almost nothing left here. A bullet inside, he's going to try and tap it, but again, it's a 10-second defuse, and he's got a knife inside. He's trying to stab it. Oh my god, he actually hit him. I can't believe it. He nearly did that.
He was never going to win that round, but the bonus money would have been phenomenal. The statement would have been a thing of beauty. Unfortunate it turned that way. Nice pistol round for Mad Lions. So both teams win both pistols on the maps that they end up being victorious on. Here on Train, it's fitting. They've each won one.
Yeah, that means it could be very, very close here at the end. That's pure horror, isn't it? That was out of a horror movie. He just comes out of the smoke with a knife.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, and a grim look on his face.
Here we go. In a rush. Well, 4 players at least taking over box halls very, very quickly. Hoodie going to transition his attention towards the upper ramp. That's a great headshot. The bottleneck. He's got another one. Slowly with the scout. The bomb is committed now as well. Acor is not getting away from this. He's got to fight to survive. And he's got way too many angles to consider. And what a heartbreaking round for Mad Lions.
Yeah, not even done with, celebrating. High fives were still going through the air at that point in time from winning that pistol round. And you're absolutely right. They got horribly bottlenecked up there and never really made it out alive. Wow. That's absolutely crushing, isn't it?
I can't believe that. Just a nice little B rush right into the arms of HAVU. 3-round lead still for the Finns, 10-7. And full investment from Mad Lions, so they need to get at least a lot of damage out of this. If you're playing from behind this much on T-side of Train, this round needs to have success of some kind. Even if it's not a round win, it must be economic.
Nice flash. Always good with the pop flashes down at Ivy, and does get eventually dinked there by the Eagle. Roy also gets a kill in the meantime on Slowy. It's a little bit awkward for HAVU in spite of having, I think, a good game plan down there, putting on the pressure. Still became a bit dangerous.
I think poor Zori, I think his teammates Molotov actually forced him out of that corner. I think he obviously wanted to just stay there and survive and force them to maybe get aggressive if they wanted to clear him out, and his teammates Molotov prevents that. Good flank coming down the stairs. Hoodie should be good for at least 1. And perhaps 2, as he knows exactly where Shush is.
Yeah, and even that info was carried on over. Long fight with the Deagle, but no kills towards the end. So slightly expensive for HAVU, but I still think they're gonna be all right with it. That was a bit of a a force up for the C side. So
I think that's the kind of expensive that you are happy to recover from with these, as long as it's not like 3-4 kills in a plant. You can take those 2 kills without a plant and just be fine. Yeah. Especially considering it's the full investment. What a big risk if Mad Lions is to invest fully in this next round, and of course they won't. They want to have the rounds with rifles. Want to get to that as quick as possible at this point.
Baseball leading the charge. Some pretty good movement, which he's known for in a lot of ways. If he could have stayed out there and not got killed so quickly, I don't know if it would have made a difference in this bomb site. Wasillion falling to his death, which is always funny.
Ooh, need to get that plant. I think he's going to be able to do it. Nades coming out. Molotov. Oh, he gets off. He heard the Molotov coming in. Decides to dive to the bullets instead of the flames. 5-round lead for HAVU.
Actually, the bomb plant would have been huge.
It would have been.
You never really want to fall to your death like that.
No.
It's just a personal thing, isn't it? I mean, he was getting shot in the air, but still.
Yeah, when he took the jump, he didn't think he was going to die. In his defense.
It's only on the way down.
It's like, oh, man, that last bullet really did it.
That's it. 12-7, so not that it's not that the gap is huge. That's not what really concerns me. It's
the T side.
Yeah.
It's the lack of tactical diversity we've seen on a Mad Lions at times when they've gotten stuck.
I don't know. How do you think? How do you think they win this one? I have an idea, but tell me yours first. Mad Lions. What's the?
Honestly, at this point, I think they're going to need some massive individual effort, and that is a huge shot from Zori. I think this half that they have to lean. Everything I've seen from HAVU is that they are tactically more prepared. Even on Mirage at times, it felt like they were doing the smart things, even though they didn't win the round. At this point, someone from Mad Lions needs to step up. You need that AWP on A core to start finding you some entries.
Well, no surprise, that was going to be my idea. So
okay, A core.
Call on A core. It's time.
Anyone else on this team you like?
I like them. I just don't love them as much as I love A4. What can I say? 50 seconds. Bubsky making a bit of a jump down, making a bit of noise over on this side. The bomb is way further back.
He's trying to fake out the communication that the bomb was just dropped. Hoping that someone would call it. Maybe that player in ladder room. That's Dodo saying, oh, I heard the bomb drop. Not going to matter as Hoodie has this advanced position. That's going to allow his supportive teammate to fall back. Still in ladder room is Dodo, and that's a nasty little angle above the smoke. There's the flashbang, there's the peek. Good trade, and as long as he can just stay alive, he hears the drop. There's a flank coming in from the inner bunker as well. Bubsky handles it well.
Yeah, that's a huge kill, but they still need to get out of teammate right now, which they're a little bit slow to do. 10 seconds, and that Molotov draw, that's a great kill, but again, only 7 seconds. If they can't get off the bomb, if they go down right now, it's a huge problem. Nice hold from A-Core, and somehow they get the bomb down. I can't believe it. That was the last possible second here. And sorry, he's out in the middle of everything. No scope on one now. Oh, second one! That can't be happening. He finally goes down, but that was off the rails, wasn't it?
If he had gotten that third. If he had gotten that third quick flick, that would have been an unreal clutch.
I can't believe it. This one is already, that's already bold. This is on a ladder with not even scoping.
And none of it makes sense.
None of it makes sense.
And actually, after he hits this, I really wanted him to get the third.
Yeah.
The problem was he used the scope.
Yeah, that was the downside, wasn't it?
Idiot.
Wow, that is some absolute fire coming out from the Finnish side. But a 4-round gap, but again, they've got to be worried here. Their own economy is not looking that strong at the moment. They need to shut things down right now. Don't let Mad Lions back into it. And they've lined it all up so well for themselves right now, HAVU. They need to find a way to close out this game.
I think they're going to as well. I mean, they've already got a 2-man advantage. They've got 5 players alive. Still, utility is raining down, and Mad Lions is playing right into their hands. They're still trying to progress and attack during this utility dump that HAVU has at the moment. Zori with the AWP, add one more kill on top of it. There's a flank coming in from Ivy as well this whole time. That's going to be Slowy. And he is going to have every opportunity to go for... Nope, no he's not.
Well, even just that's even great.
Yeah, even the presence is just frightening. I like his... Oh, A-Core, what a godlike play. He knows exactly what's happening, even when he's blind.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's, again, some heads-up play coming out from him, but they're in a lot of trouble. 3 versus 2. They've got 45 seconds here. Need some very, very quick kills coming their way.
Sicilian has the bomb as well, and I think they've spotted it. I think at least Zori knows, and he's jumped back now.
How would you staying grouped up, which I kind of like this. Make sure you get it. If you get a trade right now, then you probably win the round. So, only thing that can't happen is people going down individually. A-Core missing a shot, and he's somehow still alive, at least for another minute. Asilian is dead, and now only 19 seconds here. A little bit of a shoulder peek, trying to see if he could bait out that AWP shot from range, but he walks right into Hoodie. 13 rounds on the board of HAVU, and yeah, they're loving this right now. That's gonna do a lot of damage.
Not just 13 rounds, but now you have a free double op setup for HAVU on the CT side. That's gonna be brutal, especially for, I mean, a double op setup is gonna chew around like that up. Very isolated pushes down these lanes to start it out. Double ops are gonna just feast upon those plays.
We've seen some truly beautiful shots out of Sori in this game so far.
Yeah.
Back to the Glocks and the 1 flashbang.
Back to the double op and 3 MP9 defense.
Wow, and there's no armor, so the MP9s could be making a lot of money.
Yeah, well, you'd hope the ops just stay far back. Zori comes on blind, and it's not a perfect timing. We saw some spectacular shots again. The scope seems to not be his ally.
No, just play with the dump scope. It's fine. Embrace it. If that's your strength.
Yeah, embrace your powers.
I said the MP9s, I think they got like no kills in this round. USPs and orbs, all of it. So just forget about it.
So, forget about the MP9s.
I think we should do a B default in this round. I think
Well,
lower.
What can you say about that one?
it's coming to a close pretty quickly right now for Mad Lions. They are, I don't know. I mean, they look like they could have maybe won on. I mean, they look like they should have won on Nuke. Obviously, taking Mirage. I think that's the lesson here. Train was a map too deep for their map pool at the moment. Or maybe they needed the Vito to go differently, I don't know. But they definitely don't look anywhere near as prepared as HAVU currently are looking. So that can happen, though.
Yeah, well, it also, I mean, again, if you're Mad Lions, I don't even, like, obviously you're going to have issues. Obviously you're going to want to work on Train. But when you look at the series, you just say, wow, we let them have that crazy comeback on Nuke. We let that one slip away. This could have been a 2-0.
Shouldn't have really done that.
Yeah. Try not to let other teams come back in that fashion.
Lesson for us all, I suppose.
You think it wouldn't even need to be a lesson, really?
No, I agree. But let's not judge them too hard. Double orb. As you said, Slowly and Sorry, they got one of them for free. A little bit of an attempt to take a look at Ivy from the T side. Got to be careful because Slowy's down there with one of them, and so far he's been decent. Setting up with a bomb over at right outside T spawn while they're just clearing out and getting some information before they decide what they want to do. They have 2 smokes and a couple of flashbangs, and that's it here on the Mad Lions side. So whatever they're doing, it's not going to be that spectacular in terms of the fireworks. They have to do it with clean shots instead.
Which is never fun against a double up setup.
No, that's actually what you really want.
This is where all the glory comes in. There goes A-Core, Hoodie. He's boosted up, and this is going to be so brutal if they turn this corner. He's got a perfect angle, just aiming down. Oh, they went right past him. He couldn't control it. Molotov in the choke point as well, and listen, it's a 3-on-4, HAVU. You might be interested in saving this round, but the flank coming in can be brutal. It's going to miss the time to stop the bomb plant. There's the first kill. Looking for more. They're boxed in, they're sandwiched in, and they can't help each other.
No, and there is another flank, but look at Dodo. This is so smart. He sees it coming, and Roy walks right into it. What a heads-up play. The MP9 comes through. 3rd kill of the round for Dodo. Absolutely brilliant, but they line up for Shush. I can't believe it. A quad kill in return. They should have had him. They did all of the work there. That was a team kill as well for Slowy taking down Saw. I mean, not that I think it would have mattered, but my God.
Depends. If he went just for like a no-scope, any pistol out. He was so low on HP, and Dodo was not being frustrated. He did get a lot of kills with the SMG, so that's a lot of bonus money for whatever that's worth. But a narrow victory. Good round from Shush. 1 versus 3 to keep Mad Lions in this 3rd map.
I really can't believe it. I've thought he was dead for sure. What a great play from Dodo, though.
This opens up the opportunity for Mad Lions to gain some control. Who knows if they'll be able to bring it all the way back, but they have the AWP. It's already picked off one. It's already taken down Dodo. And there's no money in the bank for HAVU. Everything's been ripped out of their hands. This is the last buy they'll have. They'll probably have to double save, maybe force buy and a save, but there won't be a lot of fight out of HAVU in the next 2 rounds if they can't win this.
Ooh. Roy looked like he had the right idea, but he got shut down immediately. And they've already put out the grenades onto this bomb site. They have to follow through on this right now. And they're going to. Cillian will take down Slowy the MAC-10. And Sorry hiding behind the smoke here, trying to see if he could hear anyone putting the bomb down. A-Core gets dropped, and oh, the bomb is not planted. Saw, just as the smoke was fading, the timing is unbelievable. And Mad Lions, they're going to be so upset right now. That's a dangerous jump to make.
Yeah, even with the benefit of information, I'm not sure it's really worth the risk. Saw just needs to stay pinned down in this corner, waiting for his teammates to win. There's the footstep, and now he swings. That's a good play from Saw and Shush. He's got to clutch one more time. Another 1 versus 3 that he has to win. 35 seconds.
And this one surely even more impossible. I mean, he's low on health. He has to put the bomb down on like last time, and he gets shot at the back here. Saw will drop him, and, well, what a heartbreaking second half this has been so far for Mad Lions in a bunch of different ways. They are all the time so close.
I think that was their only opportunity, was to win that round just because of where the economy was standing for HAVU. Now with that kind of a victory, it's still not pretty, but they're going to have a stronger buy. And for Mad Lions, one last chance.
Basically one last chance, yeah. They got out into that yard in a decent way, but just kind of got slowed down. And again, the fact that the bomb got cancelled, 1 second earlier, that's such a different scenario for them. Even for Shush at the end, if the bomb was down.
Yeah, stopping that bomb plant was huge. And there was no follow-up once that goes down. Not a whole lot of utility. I think there was 1 smoke and 1 flashbang left for the Mad Lions at that point. Incredibly brutal.
So maybe a chance to talk, a couple of things through here. I don't know what it will take. Again, it's one of those things that we're not sure about with where Mad Lions are right now as a team. Oh god, they're gonna have nothing to work with.
Yeah, literally like 1 more chance to buy yourself 5 more chances.
It's not good, is it? Try to be pretty quick about it. Look at the early information. 2 people over at the B bomb, so they're far back. That could lead to a pretty quick bomb plant here. And you never know about those alpha plant scenarios, so I think that's the best chance they have right now, is get in there without losing anyone if you can, put the bomb down and then hope somehow that you can fight for the retake. Some deep grenades, a lot of them raining in, deep molotovs as they try and get closer to those rifles, but Hoodie almost with a double. That looked like he handled himself pretty well.
Oh, they've got to bail out. They're all pushing forward, and yeah, the communication wasn't there. The coordination wasn't there. 1 exited and 1 stepped forward through the smoke. Now Shush has a great angle. Oh, nade in his hand, though. That was a close call, and still trying to come through the smoke. Is this HAVU defense all to slaughter? Mad Lions going to get to 10. And HAVU maybe tried to speed it up too fast. Not exactly on the same page, those players. Trying to either stick around or evacuate from the aggression of Mad Lions. So they live to fight another day. 5 rounds in a row to force overtime after this.
Man, I think they were really expecting that was going to be just, the sort of middle of the bomb site type of smokes that they would run in and plant behind, and they were deep, deep, deep smokes that, Mad Lions were always going to try and make that run. So,
And I mean, that's not an uncommon strategy. You need to have some kind of a protocol for when that comes to play, and especially because, HAVU's even seen them pushing down the lanes in this game itself. They've actually already experienced it. That was the weird one. 1 player came through, 1 disappeared back into it to go towards CT spawn. So, opened up the door for Mad Lions, who stay alive. Still, no mistakes for the next 5 rounds.
Yeah, they bought themselves the chance to get 5 more chances.
I'm actually very surprised to see HAVU buy into this round. Economy is going to play such a huge role, as it always does at this stage in the game. You fully invested here after this. Likely a double save. Double nade. Actually, triple nade from Team Mid as well.
And all they do is, what?
Is that over or through the smoke?
I am not sure, but it's an amazing pickoff when all you have basically is that 1-8 WP now, an aggressive push behind it. It would have been cool with the flashbang setup, but it didn't really work out. Hoodie goes down.
I don't even mind that play. Not at all.
I mean, yeah, again, if you don't have that much to work with, the idea of sort of sitting around and waiting for something to happen is usually not what's going to do it for you. Roy pushing down here alone, which is definitely scary.
He could creep towards CT spawn and make this work. There's only 1 defender inside. That's Saw. He's got a smoke, but he almost needs to put that up into choke point right now. Roy's in such a huge position to help his team. They're waiting just a couple extra seconds to get him involved. He can cause such a huge wrinkle. He might be able to stop rotation, but also this could actually turn them around to come towards the outer bomb site.
Yeah, and that might be a little bit weird. No dink, so Roy will stay alive. And now he's in the middle of the map. They're going to bring it back. You know, now they're back towards the B bomb site. They're changing their minds in the middle of it. 20 seconds, and that MP9 is not going to do much inside the bomb site. Actually, we'll get the headshot on Bugsy, and 1 more as well on Shush. I can't believe it. Saw should have been dead at least 10 seconds ago.
Look at the flank. This is huge. Oh, he saw it coming. That's massive. Can he do anything? Big fight to win for Dota. The Molotov to force the planner away. He needs to buy some time. Just wait for your teammate. Opper. He's about to come down the ramp. There's the peak. Slow, he's got it. And HAVU's got it. They've won the series. 16-10 dominance on Train after 2 close maps.
Wow, they looked like they had everything set up for themselves there with the flank coming in from Roy. And I mean, he had, what, the Krieg versus the MP9?
Yeah.
Somehow wasn't enough. Yeah, stand up in a... yeah, that's amazing. Really, really well done, I think, for HAVU. What a great chance to get to know the team a little bit more. Some real resilience being shown for them all across the 3 maps. And this Train map map looked like it was just going to be theirs.
Yeah, that was the takeaway for me, was the comebacks that they had on the first 2 maps, even the second one failing entirely on Mirage, but impressive comebacks, and then this dominance. It's kind of what we touched on. This team has played over like 240 maps together, and they looked much more put together than Mad Lions did. Even a Mad Lions team that has performed well against some of the best teams in the world. So that's a strong statement win for HAVU to start out Flashpoint.
Yeah, amazing to see, and obviously we'll get some comments on this surely coming up after the break. So stay with us, and we'll be right back.